if we are unable to reach the funding we need, Season 2 and 3 will not be happening.
Oh,
Chance is no
we need to steal mom's wallet.
Nah, bro.
Nah, I done grew up around some people living their life in bottles. Granddaddy had the golden flask, back door bigger day in Chicago. Some people like the way it feels, some people want to kill their sorrows.
Songs of War might return?
Let's find out.
Hey everyone, I'm Mont27p. For many, this video may come
Gosh,
as a surprise,
it's been
but
years.
there with quite a
It's
few
been
things
so
to discuss
long.
and will go roughly in order from past to present and future. I encourage everyone to watch through everything for full context, however I will leave timestamps in the description below for different topics. Please keep in mind that a lot of this is a discussion of hypotheticals and heavily relies on help from all of you. Let's get into it.
Gosh,
So,
I really...
where has Songs of War been? For those who haven't been in the community much
The
or are new
cancellation,
fans, I'll cover
ah.
the basics. On June 14th, 2020, Songs
You
of War
don't know
was
how
cancelled
much
by
I
its
was
previous
pissed when I
director
saw
and the
that
original
news.
crew. The main reasons given
I
were
was
its
sad.
lack of views
Yeah.
and profit,
I was sad.
plus desire for a career change. At that time, the series had barely crossed 4.6 million views, with the episodes trailing off massively, barely managing to reach even 1 million for each part. When factoring in many years of work, yes, multiple years across many people,
The
it failed
results
at
were
that time
really
to make
bad
enough profit to
compared,
warrant
like, all
spending
the
the risk of
preparations
another
they did.
couple years on Season 2 and
Like
3. Animation is both
prepared for
very
this for
expensive and
years.
very time-consuming. YouTube
And the
pays
results
us a lot
were
less than you probably
Not that
think.
good.
By the
Yeah.
time the full movie saw massive growth, all the original team had moved on. Traditionally, other directors have also never really continued someone else's project. All the files, including the script for Season 2 and 3, were given out publicly, and that's where it all ended. Other options I believe were
Okay,
explored,
now-
but
now I
ultimately
kinda
no one else on the
understand.
team had anywhere near the income or interest in the project to
I mean,
continue it.
If
It was
they-
just
if
not
they spent
possible
a
once the
lot
old
of
team
years, but
stopped.
it didn't.
I will link a
the results,
re-upload of
it
the old
didn't came out that
cancellation
much.
video in the description for
It would have
anyone
been
who'd
pretty
like further details.
depressing. Yeah.
The original no longer exists. Why make this video then? Well, back in 2021, after the cancellation sometime, I recall asking whether I could do things in the Songs of War universe. The answer I got back from the original crew was yes.
Oh,
All the way up until the rebrand in early 2023, I'd always kept that in the back of my mind as I kept improving my own animations, learning and trying to build up a stable income of my own. I was still the newest director on the team until Michael and Zillion joined late 2022.
oh dude,
I was
that picture
nowhere
was
near
weird.
where I needed to be to take on such a project at the time. That was up until the rebrand hit
No,
in
Ender
2023. Now, I'm not going to dive into most of that, but those around the community at the time know it was a pretty depressing period. There was a point where all of Black Plasma could have been deleted. We were in danger of losing our jobs. That's not even a joke. That didn't happen, thankfully, but it took away from my personal motivation to do anything with Songs of War, and I honestly assumed I lost permission with all the original Songs of War team leaving. And for years, that was it. We'd always say it's never
Yeah,
coming
Black
back
Plasma
every
Studios
time it was
literally
asked.
changed
Just a straight
into
up no, never, move on.
Square
Multiple
Media.
announcements,
Yeah,
community posts, random messages on Discord. No matter how long the question followed us, that was always the answer. So what's changed now? Well, it probably started with
There
me
better be good
slowly gaining
news.
back some of that interest early this year. Seeing the community still passionately making it the top 2 most discussed projects on the channel all these years later. Seeing
Oh.
people
Top two?
still asking to this day, where's Songs of War? Seeing the countless fan arts and people straight up making whole episodes in their own time. Besides the odd aggressive or rude comment here or there, it's all helped me get back some of my own personal interest in wanting to do something. So, I poked Matt, the new CEO, earlier this year. Hey, in theory, if we got permission, could I do things in the universe? I said in a more technical and business-like manner. Matt did not oppose. So slow and steadily, we were able to eventually
Matt
regain
did not
permission from the
disagree.
old team to do as we please with Songs of War. And that's great news that can lead to a couple things. The big thing that I'm excited to announce is that standalone spin-offs are confirmed. Since we have to do as we please, I personally plan on making one or even a couple single episode stories. These would be in the 10 to 20 minute range, similar to our other animations. This means production would be cheaper
Wait,
since
that's
I
not
do most
bad.
of the work myself, and requires less
Oh,
time
by the
to
way,
produce.
I'm
This way,
not
I can
fully
still
sure
take my time
of
and
what
really put a good foot
spin-offs
forward and
are,
make
but
something really high
I guess
quality without
they like
needing to worry too much
do
about how
something
expensive it
related
gets.
to the Songs of War.
I can cover
universe?
these spin-offs with my own income, so no
guess.
extra funding needed. These of course would be based in the Songs of War universe to expand on elements that aren't explored as much in Season 2 and 3. I'm not going to go into detail for now, but the first idea being thrown around at the moment is making an animation expanding upon the Great War and the surrounding events in the prologue.
Oh, Great
There's a lot
War.
of opportunity for
War.
world building
Ooh.
and growth there.
Oh.
It's about
It
the
also
Great War.
gives the audience a lot of familiar elements to get reacquainted with. And it's a great way to bring back Carl G. Brooks as Thalius as a fan favorite.
that's
Original
not-
concepts in a future spin-off. But
Carl
for now,
G.
the
Brooks,
first animation
Thalius'
needs to get the
voice
ball
actor.
rolling. I have to play it smart and get people invested back into this world first. Production starts on that first standalone animation at the beginning of next year, aiming for the middle-ish of next year for release. This will hopefully provide a gauge to see if the wider audience even still want Songs of War, which I know all of you here do. In terms of style, I'm hoping to keep something pretty similar to the old style, but I will absolutely be pushing for a much more polished cinematic look, somewhere between my more serious style that I use for projects like Technoblade Never Dies and the old Songs of War style. Other styles that myself and a few other directors have done recently, like my more cartoony Trial Chambers animation and the recent Alex and Steve's. of
I
course,
personally
do not
don't
fit Songs of War.
want the Songs of
weight and
War
tone
to
of
be
this
like
series
this
will be
cartoony.
Welcome back for those
Yeah,
that
I
skipped
agree.
half the video. Yes, get called out.
So season 2.
Now onto the famed question. Where's Songs of War Season 2?
Come on,
The
give me
great
some good
news
answers.
is that Season 2 and 3 are no longer cancelled, and instead in a lack of funding state.
Funding.
This means that in
Funding?
theory, if we are able to acquire sufficient funding in the future, we would be able to make Season 2 and 3.
Oh,
If you've watched all the way up until this point, you'd know we still lack the income we'd need to be able to tackle
Oh,
such a large
they
project.
they have
None
money
of us earn
issues, of
anywhere
course.
close to
Wait.
what the original team did that made Season 1 possible in the first place, which is a harsh reality. So, if
Freaking
Season 2 and 3
reality.
were ever going to happen, we're going to need a lot of help from you guys to help fund it. There's a lot of discussion that needs to be had in terms of calculating how much we would need to raise for Season 2, so I won't be sharing any final details today. We plan on creating a fundraiser among other means to get there. We're likely talking in the low to mid 6-digit number range. The placeholder that I announced on Discord earlier this year will probably get a lot smaller, so don't use that as reference anymore for those that saw that.
Oh,
The fundraiser may not be for a while though. It will likely drop at the same time my first spin-off releases sometime next year.
oh.
As much as I personally would love to start funding now, we'll probably do the bulk of the funding after we have something new to show for it. In my mind that makes sense. It has been over 4 years and I didn't make the first season, so I don't have work to show for. I'd like to prove myself first before asking people to raise such a large amount of money. Whenever we do set that up, there will be announcements made about it regardless of if that remains the case or if we do it sooner. Do keep your eyes on this channel, our community channel, Squared Community, alongside our Discord and community posts on Squared Media. These are the main places you can find updates as they come.
I can
so
do
if you
everything
don't see
except the
a new
numbers
update
three.
in any of those places, there's nothing to share yet. Worth a mention as well, while you can support Squared Media as a whole through our Patreon, that does not go towards Songs of War. I would encourage waiting for the
Oh.
fundraiser in the future if
Patreons
you want
do
to
not
help
go to
fund
Songs of
Season
War.
2 specifically. For now, the main way to support is by just sharing this video around and discussing within the community. Now, I cannot exaggerate this enough. If we are unable to reach the funding we need, Season 2 and 3 will not be happening.
Oh,
Chance
Oh,
is no longer 0%. It is currently unlikely. You can be sure
We
we'll
need to
give it
steal
the best
Mom's
chance
wallet.
it deserves,
Nah,
but in
bro.
reality, where it may
Nah.
no, we
if
need to
Season 2 and
revive
3
this
funding
series.
is successful, the old script will be going through a pretty decent rewrite.
Oh.
The old script
Oh,
for
oh,
Season
some parts
2
might change?
was never complete. Those in the community also know how vocal some people are about a lot of its flaws. I have zero clue what will change,
Our clue.
because that's a discussion for another day. But for those with writing concerns of the old script, or not seeing a reason to even make Season 2 and 3 with the script being public, despite book adaptations being a thing, rest assured there will be changes. The other big thing is with all the old team gone and no longer associated with the channel, most Songs of War things going forward will be directed and handled by myself. However, I'm hoping to get back a lot of the old voice actors, musicians, animators to get a nice mix of old and new. There's still a lot of people I'd like to contact. For anyone who worked on Season 1 who's watching this and is super excited, by all means reach out. I'm excited to hopefully work with you all. Applications would also open for new opportunities, but again, that's a problem for future me if funding is successful. But I assure even with new people, we'll be putting our hearts into it. Again, I cannot exaggerate it enough. There is a very high chance that we'll never get to where we need to make Season 2 happen. But your persistence could still pay itself off. We shall see in due time, though. As we're kind of closing things out, to be honest, I'm personally more interested in doing these standalones. I do have concerns about maintaining motivation over really long periods on one project, so Season 2, while I'm happy to lead if it happens, is definitely a daunting task. Whereas standalones are a nice in-between that don't take too long, meaning I can fully commit myself. But regardless, I'm excited to get into them soon, and hopefully, Season 2 later down the line. For now, however, I want to say
Really hope
thanks to
Season
all
2 can
those
be
that have made it to
possible.
the end.
Yeah.
It feels weird even for me to be saying half of this stuff after all these years.
I mean,
and
don't
hope
let our
most of
hopes
this,
up if you're
even
gonna
if
It's
not
much
do
of
been
it
it.
4
is
years,
exciting
yeah.
news.
or 3
I
or
know
4.
Songs of War means so much to a lot of you, and I will be doing my best both in the standalones and trying to make Season 2 and 3 happen. Again, I cannot say this enough. Please do not get your hopes up just yet for Season 2.
I mean,
All of
this
us
news
at Squared
is
Media
enough to
will
make
be
our hopes
trying
up.
our
What do you
best, though.
mean?
Now is also a good time for full clarification for anyone new. I played no part in making the first season, besides being a cheeky Redstone patron. I got offered to be an animator for the series when I applied as director back in 2020, but I decided to pursue becoming my own director. However, I absolutely love the series and still remains one of my personal favorites.
Yeah, me too,
So
bro.
it
yeah,
may
yeah.
sound
This
like
was the
doing
greatest
that,
Minecraft
completely new
animation
people
I've
take
seen in
over
my
the
entire
project.
fucking
It's
life.
in my best
Yeah,
interest
this
to do
is
my
like
best work for you guys.
High
Especially
quality,
being
bro.
as loved
Yeah.
as it is.
So good.
Also, no
fight
one else is
scenes
going
are
to do
awesome.
anything with it, so either
I
nothing
don't know
forever
how
or you're
much
stuck
you
with
guys
me.
were disappointed when the first
Jokes
like
aside, I think
cancellation
that's
was out,
most of
but
what
I
I
was
share today.
so
It's
fucking
been nice
disappointed.
to break the ice after
I
so
mean,
long
I
silence,
understand
mostly just
they had to
keeping
go through
myself
hard
for
stuff,
years,
but
not being able to do much
gosh,
with it. Please do keep in mind that not
Gosh,
much is
it made
happening
me
with
so
this
mad.
the rest of this year. So
I was
please
just
still be
sad.
respectful as we have other commitments to attend to. If anyone has any questions, however, I'm happy to discuss where I can. I would highly recommend joining our Discord for further conversation. Usually people receive updates in the Songs of War info channel before anybody else. If you'd like to join in on casual discussions where I also show up from time to time, there's also the Songs of War thread under animation discussion. Come join. Again, thank you for those that stuck around till the end. If someone asks a question answered in here, send them this video please, I ain't repeating. I'll update you all when there's an update to be made, but until then, bye bye.
Bye bye. Oh gosh, please, it better be possible, or else I.
And bro, I wish Songs of War returned.
Yeah, at least the spin-offs are confirmed. We're gonna see spin-offs of the Great War. Back then
Yeah,
when
I'm gonna-
Dallas was alive.
I'm gonna enjoy that when it
Yeah.
comes out.
Yeah.
Man,
Gosh.
season
Oh,
two,
it would be
season
so cool
three.
to see like Dallas versus the Death Singer.
Oh,
Back
bro.
then, Dallas was younger. He would be really stronger back then.
And Thalius in the series, Thalius met the Tide Singer,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That would be
and
cool
they
to see.
fought in many occasions, bro. And
Yeah.
we're gonna see that part, bro. Let's go, bro.
Gosh, the funding better go well. I'm actually really worried.
I wish the funding would be.
Successful. Yeah.
Yeah,
Gosh, my
successful, man.
pronunciation.
Gosh, man, gosh. Oh my god, bro.
I mean, to be honest, this video was enough to make my hopes up. But why the hell does Mr. Mont wants us our hopes to be down? That doesn't make sense. The order in the, whatever logic. Oh, it makes me wonder. Do you want anything like special from season 2 if it happens?
If it happens,
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't think about it.
For example, the animation style, or you want to see something in the story.
I wish there would be more cool weapons.
Cool weapons.
Like Thalys. Look at Thalys' sword, man.
Yes, Alice's sword was the like.
It's an enchanted diamond, like rare sword.
For me, I want to see Gallius fighting.
Alias?
Yeah, and I saw the original script. It doesn't have Gallius fighting. He just like dies really easily. I wish like Gallius would like hold the weapon once again for his brother.
I wish that Zen and Rhea could fight just like Thalius.
Oh,
They're gonna go to training,
yeah.
and they once finish their training. I wish they could fight like Thalius. Like, look at Thalius, he's a champion for God's
Yeah.
sake.
Even in season 1, even though he was a pretty old man, I mean a pretty old Ardoni, he was still like amazing at fighting.
Yeah, he killed lots of Voltars.
Imagine back at his prime,
Oh,
he will be unstoppable, almost unstoppable.
I heard that Thalius like almost killed every single Voltaris.
Oh,
Like, the Voltaris almost got extinction, man.
yeah. Oh yeah. I saw one of the fan animations. According to that fan animation, like the Death Singer's father was killed by Thalius.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Dominus.
Oh yeah,
Dominus?
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And also about the animation style, I really want to talk about it.
My more
Okay, yeah,
cartoony
they
Yeah, I
said-
really don't want it to be
recent
this
Alex and Steve,
cartoony.
Of course, do not fit on.
Oh gosh, I really
the
don't want
weight and
like
tone
this
of
happen.
this series
happen.
will be preserved.
Yeah, I
Welcome
gotta
back
agree.
for those that
Yeah.
skip.
I really don't want the action to be like this, to be honest.
Yeah, what is this?
I mean, the Songs of War actions were like really serious and cool. This one
Yeah,
is like
Songs of War were like flashy, slash, and like so super serious. But
yeah,
this is like
a bit like jiggly. Is this the right expression? Jiggly. They're moving like jelly. If the animators are watching this, I'm sorry, but I'm
Me too.
not trying to say anything bad about you guys, but I really don't want Songs of War season 2 actions to be like this. That's
Yeah, me too.
that's all. That's all.
me too. I don't hate the anime, but man, if they're gonna make Songs of War like this, bro, yeah, I don't think people gonna like that. Like, I don't hate it, but people are not gonna like it.
Oh, I'm gonna be honest. I don't hate it, but it doesn't suit Songs of War.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I gotta agree.
Yeah.
It doesn't suit it.
The actions I saw from Songs of War was the like almost the best thing I've ever seen in my entire life. If the actions comes like this, it will be a bit awkward. Except that I think I'll be fine with everything else. Gosh, every one of you guys watching this, please let's make the fun of Songs of War season 2 successful.
Let's make the fun up.
Yeah. I really want my favorite Minecraft movie to be back. I mean, should I call it a movie?
It is a series, bro.
Oh yeah, series. My bad. I know. Mr. Mon said not to get our hopes up, but my hopes are really up right now. Hopefully, they are good news. Hope you guys enjoyed our reaction about the recent Songs of War news. Hope you guys have a great day, everybody. Bye.
Please subscribe.